Welcome to our video tour of Olympia Brown Unitarian Universalist Church in Racine, Wisconsin, on the beautiful shores of Lake Michigan. Our congregation was founded in 1842, just a year after the founding of the city of Racine, and we recently celebrated our 175th anniversary. Our current building, built in 1895, sits in the middle of a revitalized and vibrant downtown. Until recently, we were adjacent to a large multi-building furniture store which took up the rest of the block. Those buildings were razed a few years ago, and we currently have the block to ourselves. Kitty Corner is our good neighbor, the First Presbyterian Church, and across the street is the Racine County Courthouse, at 13 stories, the tallest building in Racine County. The church was built in the Richardsonian Romanesque architectural style of yellow brick called Cream City brick. These bricks were likely made from clay mined from the beachfront brickyard situated where the Racine City Zoo now stands. This color brick is a defining characteristic of construction in this area. This building is the second building for the congregation and was dedicated in 1895 as the Church of the Good Shepherd. In our current vestibule is the stone marked the Church of the Good Shepherd, 1851, from the first church building, which was located on Monument Square, then Haymarket Square. In 1989, our College Avenue Church was renamed Olympia Brown Unitarian Universalist Church in honor of Olympia Brown, suffragist and OBUUC minister from 1878 to 1887. Outside on the roof of the tower is the Shepherd's Crook, which had graced the previous church tower on Haymarket Square. The Shepherd's Crook is a common symbol of universalism. Now let's take a look inside and see what further beauty awaits. On the wall hanging on the far wall, you'll see symbols of the world's religions surrounding the chalice of Unitarian Universalism. UUs believe that all the world's religions have valuable lessons. Be sure to admire the beautiful stained glass as we pan through the sanctuary. The first area we see is the area at the back of the sanctuary, where the congregation gathers after services for lively discussion and delicious treats. In the corner, you can also see the lift provided for congregants who might have trouble with stairs. The original 1895 pews provide a sense of history. We find they also help to keep congregants upright and attentive during services. The beautifully carved pulpit is the same one Olympia Brown preached from. The Hutching Votay pipe organ was cutting-edge technology when it was dedicated in 1903. Our current keyboardist continues to keep it well maintained and coaxes beautiful music from it most Sundays. On the west wall, we keep several artifacts from the Reverend Olympia Brown, minister of the congregation from 1878 to 1887. On Olympia Brown's desk sits her Bible. The bust of Olympia Brown was sculpted by church member George Bray. She resigned as minister of the Racine Universalist congregation in 1887 to work for women's suffrage. Overall, the sanctuary is a welcoming space to participate in uplifting services and learn of fresh opportunities to make the world a better place. If you take a left at the front door and head downstairs, you'll enter our religious education area. This area has a kitchen and a large multi-purpose space where various church events are held. There is also 4 classrooms in this area where religious education classes take place. This area is also accessible via the lift. Let's head back outside and take a stroll down the streets of Racine. In 2 minutes, or less if you have the fast forward function available, a brisk walk will take us past eclectic shops and restaurants to the church annex, where the administrative work of the church takes place. The annex includes offices for the congregational administrator, the minister, the director of lifespan religious education, a meeting room, a kitchen, and basement spaces for storage and youth group meetings. The first space is the reception area and the administrator's office, where she keeps the workings of the church running smoothly. Behind that space is the minister's office, from which our inspiring services spring forth. Next is the Director of Lifespan Religious Education's office, where lesson planning takes place for people aged 2 to 102. Beyond that is the meeting space, where the Board of Trustees and various other committees have their meetings, and kitchen space. Downstairs, we have an area for the youth group, where they are encouraged to express their personality in the space. The congregation of OBUUC has had a long connection with downtown Racine. We find many opportunities here to lead and participate in social justice activities. The church and its members are well known in Racine for taking action to ensure justice, equity, and compassion in our community. Our position in downtown Racine also has us near fantastic restaurants, inviting shops, interesting architecture, and our breathtaking Lake Michigan waterfront. Thanks for joining me on this tour, and I hope to welcome you to the building in person soon.